We keep it super positive here. We find players who might need to be lifted up or players who did great jobs, and we just give them compliments. Just like that. So I'll kick this one off. It's important for me to do this one because I brought you up a lot today. Christian McCaffrey, you are going to be a Hall of Famer. I just feel it in my bones. You're so dynamic. You unlock so much in our offense. You are such a hard worker, and you make us better in ways that we see on the field and off the field. I know you're hard on yourself about the fumble. I get it. Sometimes you know that you're the one who spilled the milk, and that's okay. But I want you to know that over and over again, I had to make sure it was so clear that the reason why it was so surprising is because how great you are. And I know that you would do all the work you need to do to make sure that it happens as infrequently as possible, because you are a game changer, you are a season changer, and you will very much be a part of all of our success that we have at any point this season. Say it again?
I want to start with John Lynch. This is going to be a pretty important week for the 49ers. It's not just the 3-game winning streak. I'm ass deep in trade deadline articles right now. There's a lot of players that could be had right now. There's a lot of high-value names, but also if you kind of go down a little bit, you see the Montez Sweats and the Chase Young and the Jalen Johnsons of the world. I don't need a big splash trade. As fun as that would be to go get a Brian Burns or a Pat Surtain, I don't think either of those are happening. I just want to enter the 49ers. I want to enter the month of November feeling shored up at some positions. I want to feel shored up at the edge. I want to feel shored up in the secondary. And I want to feel shored up in the offensive line. I don't think you're going to get 3 players at the trade deadline. Address one or two of those needs. You have the cap space, you have the draft capital, so go out and get a player or two that can really fill in a role. And we don't need those big splashy trades. They'd be great, but you think of the Emmanuel Sanders of the world that traded a couple years ago, the Jordan Willis's, the Charles Omenahue's, players like that are impact players for the 49ers. So address some needs and let's run it. Because this is a good team, just needs a few pieces.
That's so real. Omenahu was such a great example. Honestly, Emmanuel Sanders too, because they were names that weren't dominate every single moment of ESPN headlines, but man, did they make a difference, a substantive difference. I gotta restart this. I'm going to give another one to, I feel like I do this every week, but I'm just trying to hype him up. He's a young guy. He needs the encouragement. Jake Moody, what was that, 55-yard field goal? Was that
55?
My dog. That's what I needed from you. 55-yard field goal is not easy to make. And you did it in the face of a game that you were not proud of. And that's all we can ask for, is just consistent progress and improvement, and not being afraid of the mistakes you made in the past, but being deliberate about making sure you're delivering with what's right in front of you. And so Jake Moody, once again, I'm proud of you. Don't give up on your dreams.
So you took my second affirmation, actually, because I picked Jake Moody as my 3rd star because of that 55-yard field goal. Now, is that an indictment of how bad of a game the Niners had that Jake Moody was my 3rd star, or was that Jake Moody impressed me enough with a 55-yard field goal? World will never know, just like how many licks it take to get to center for Tootsie Pop, we don't know. So I got to come up with another affirmation. I'm gonna go Trent Williams. Get better, buddy. Get better. Jalen Moore did fantastic in your absence, and
he did.
That makes me happy. This is an affirmation from Jalen Moore too. Did fantastic. But I want to see Trent Williams back on the field. He's so good. He's so fun to watch. And that's really all I got. I just want to see Trent Williams back on the field. So if you're listening, Trent Williams, get healthy, buddy. I want that ankle to feel better.
We miss you, Bubby. Let's see, one last one. Steve Wilks.
Yeah.
I feel like you're like the stepdad who came in after we had a lot of really fun stepdads. Like, I know, like, and Kyle's our like mom who's like really hot but difficult.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Just stay with me. And we had a lot of really fun stepdads, and they would just like play ball with us and be on the field and be like, yeah, we're having fun, son. Like, isn't this great? And like, look, you don't have that same energy, and we need to not look at you like our other stepdads. I swear I don't have daddy issues, but oh god, I'm just gonna keep rolling, baby. But like, you know, I get it. You want to be in the fucking booth, like you think that's like your best vantage point, and I get it. And Kyle wants to be in all your meetings allegedly, and that's kind of a drag. But you got it, man. Like, I know that you have the ability within you to take this incredible clay that you have of a defense and mold it into something that could win a Super Bowl. So I love you, stepdad, for who you are.
I don't have another affirmation.
It's perfect because the song ended. We ran it twice.